Hello and welcome to this week's Angel Oracle card reading for week commencing the 24th of September 2018. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you tuning in, and I love having you here with me. Last week we changed the setup of the readings a little, so instead of just pulling 3 cards and those being the general reading for us all, I asked you to think of a number. So with the 3 cards we drew, think of card 1, 2 or 3. Which one you're drawn to most is the main message for you this week, although all the cards may apply as well. So let's get into it. So we're going to pull our 3 cards. Just be conscious and thinking of which number you're drawn to. Are you drawn to 1? Are you drawn to card 2? Or are you drawn to card 3? Because that is going to be the main message for the week of the 24th. Okay, right. So, this is what we get if we thought of card 1. So, card 1 is man holding heart. Very interesting. We have this this man who has this brilliant aura about him holding this heart. It's very passionate. If you were drawn to this card, it could be that we're experiencing a lot of passion this week, or that we have a new crush of some kind. If we're single, we could be really interested in somebody, and it's a good idea to just go for it, you know, whether we're male or female, or whether we carry more yin or yang energy. Just say to ourselves, okay, I'm going to approach this person. Because it's man holding heart, it could be more to do with a male in our lives. So not necessarily just a love interest. This could be to do with someone who we get really good counsel from. Someone, perhaps a male in our family. Could be a brother, an uncle, a parent, a child. Just someone who we get this great sort of counsel with, and who we feel that we have a warm connection with, who we feel safe with. We can maybe share our worries with them, because this man is literally holding our heart. So it could be that we get a great deal of comfort from opening up to a male in our lives. I'm getting the feeling that this is a sensitive kind of male, so he's not someone who's just going to shrug off problems. He's going to really get in tune with his heart and emotions. However, he is very fiery, so I'm feeling he could potentially be a fire sign. But he's someone who's very passionate, who really cares. He could care about the environment. He's not afraid of sharing his opinion, and it's not one that we might always agree with, but it does always come from a place with the best intentions, if that makes sense. So whoever this male is in our lives, if we pick card number 1, he's really got our back. He might give us some tough love. He might give us some advice that we don't necessarily want to hear, but it does come from this place of love. And if it is a romantic interest, whether we're single and looking, or whether we're currently in a relationship, then this could be, you know, a new week of passion in our lives. If we were drawn to card number 2, we have the Temple Path. I've never actually pulled this card before from this deck at all. We have this temple with these stairs leading up to it. Wow, it's so beautiful. What I'm feeling from this card, if we were drawn to card 2, we're going through a deep spiritual transformation. I mean, quite intensely. We could even be looking into new religion if perhaps we're being a bit more drawn to Christianity this week, or Buddhism or Hinduism, or whatever it may be. We're learning about a new form of religion or spirituality. If we do have a belief system already in place and we're more than happy with that, then it could be that we're diving deeper into it and really learning about the aspects of it, and learning more information. I'm getting this vision of this book actually that I have upstairs about mythology. So I don't know, some of us drawn to card 2 may want to look into Greek or Roman mythology and may find some answers in there that we're looking for. Just something that feeds our soul spiritually. We need to be spiritually fed this week. This goes for all of us as well, but particularly if you were drawn to card number 2, we've got to feed ourselves spiritually and make that a priority for the week of the 24th. And if you were drawn to card number 3, we have broken heart. Well, something is going on in your life if you were drawn to card 3. This could mean that we're suffering from some kind of grief. That's what's coming up for me. And you feel it sort of in my throat. It's almost like, you know, when you want to cry and you get that lump in your throat. It's like, I don't know whether perhaps we've lost a loved one recently, or an anniversary is coming up and we're thinking very fondly of them. But it could also mean that we're potentially going through a breakup of some kind. This doesn't just have to be a romantic breakup, like a marriage or, you know, partnership of that way. It could be that we're falling away from old friends. Perhaps we felt betrayed. There's a lot of sadness. I can't sugarcoat it, really. There's a lot of sadness that comes with this card if you were drawn to card 3, but it's not all doom and gloom. The best advice that's coming through is to cry, cry, cry. Release all that hurt and sadness. Don't hold it in and block it in, because that becomes a blockage. And mostly that blocks this area, which is our heart chakra, and this area, which is our throat chakra. Our heart chakra is our ability to love and also to be loved. And our throat chakra is our ability to communicate and express ourselves. So if we're blocking our ability to feel love and ability to communicate, that can really send us into a very isolated and lonely place, and we don't want to go there. I'm sure the majority of us have been there, but we don't want to fall into that again. So we've got to work on keeping ourselves open whilst we still grieve. It's so important that we grieve for, it could a pet's coming through, so it's actually like a dog. I don't know, I'm just getting this image of this dog, so it could be that we've lost an animal who was a massive part of our life. So card 3 does bear with it some sadness. But with this reading, all of these cards in some way are going to influence our lives. But so we could all be feeling a bit of that sadness. We could all be going on a spiritual journey. We could all be opening up to a male in our lives who we respect. However, the card that you chose, that's going to be more prevalent for you in that way. So I hope that you've got something from the reading this week, and I hope that it served you well. I'm so pleased that you joined me here again. I just love connecting with you, and I'd be really honoured if you felt inclined to leave a little comment for me to reply to, or even subscribe to this channel. That would mean a lot to me. So in the meantime, I'm sending you so much love and many blessings. Lots of love, Alyssa.